odds market.
I'm Dave Betts.
Obsession. This is Theo Goodman.
All the tools to be among that few that win.
Because that winning calculating works.
I'm Stuart from Tipster HQ.
My name's Jay Baglia.
Hey guys, Gabriel.
Some call it gambling.
Here to bring you the best political betting tips.
It's the booming industry of professional gaming.
Odds Market, Sports Bet Daily.
Bankroll management.
Over at Odds Market.
We are. Watch us.
Moving on over now, I'm going to introduce Craig Edwards. Edwards Tips _ is his Twitter handle. We're going to start off with the RBC Heritage, followed by just a quick update there with the Betfred World Championship qualifiers. Craig, good to see you. How are you doing? You're looking very clear with your new camera.
And wide, the camera's even wider.
I know we got your full. I know we get to see the whole of the street in the back, and it's great.
Don't need that.
Oh, it's good. It's good. So, first of all, obviously, what a lot of news around Tiger Woods. He is the talk of the moment, possibly the number one trending sort of sports talk of the moment. Obviously, lots of. Well, he's favourite now to win. What, all four Masters?
Yes, it's and rightly so. They've moved the next major, which was the last major, the US PGA, from August, and it starts now on May the 16th, and it's at a course where Tiger won the US Open. That's only 4 weeks away, and Tiger will only play one more week before that. He may not even play that because he's managing his schedule around his back. Yeah. So he's got the perfect preparation now. If he stays fit for Tiger, he's winning. And, going back 12 years, he dominated everyone. They got to the stage where down the back nine, no one could challenge Tiger. And the current crop of players, it all spreads around the winning. But now, I think in the short term, we can expect Tiger to be competing for the majors while he's fit. If his back goes again, that may be it for him. But that also may be driving him on. Yeah. He knows that the clock is ticking, and well, I won't be backing against him in the next major, to be honest with you. As long as he's fit, he's a good favourite. And if you took the clock back to when he won there in 2002, he was a 5-2 shot then. Yeah. And he won easily. Now he's 8-9 to 1. So I wouldn't put people off betting on him already. Because I think his price is only going to get shorter. I think there'll be, with all the publicity around him, it's great for the game. I mean, I enjoyed watching him win. It was, he's gone through a certain amount of troubles from being a sort of privileged sportsman and then going to the bottom, and he's fought his way back up. And
Yeah, he got a lot of tweets and encouragement. I was having dim sum at my local dim sum with Jimmy the Bag, and we were watching it there. It's like we love dim sum. I can't get enough of it, to be honest with you. Dim sum. All right, listen, let's get RBC Heritage. I've got a few questions here. So how will the Masters Hangover affect the players?
Well, normally it does affect the players. Normally players that have been right in contention in the Masters fare poorly at the Heritage. So you've got players like Cantlay, in particular, it's got great Heritage form. I can't see him winning this week. Molinari the same. Molinari's going to have a big hangover from losing down the back nine. DeChambeau was, after a good opening round, then fell off the pace with a poor second round. So I expect DeChambeau to put in a good showing, having shown a liking for this place before. I think in general, though, if a player's been in contention at Augusta, for betting purposes, I put a line through them this week and I ignore them. A player that's played solidly but not been in the spotlight, I do consider. So you've got Kevin Kisner, played a solid week last week. He's got some good form at the Heritage. So he could easily be fair in, he would be one of the ones coming from Augusta that I would expect to play better. So I'm just trying to think. Schauffele, he's got no experience of playing at Hilton Head Links, so this will be his first time. He looks an impressive player, mind. And he was only in contention at the end last week, which you could argue so was Cantlay as well. He only got in contention on the back nine.
Whale Capper asks here, has the course changed much in 17 years?
No, you'll never see Tiger Woods enter this event because you can never overpower this course. It's a short, tricky layout with some of the smallest greens on tour. So fairways and greens players that are really accurate prosper, and they strategically place the balls. Surprised to see Dustin Johnson playing in it for a second year. I assume that's because he's got an affiliation with RCB. They are one of his main sponsors, and I guess they're making him play there. But otherwise, he has matured a bit, but normally Dustin Johnson is the sort of player where you want distance at a premium. So here you can have all the short hitters have won previously, like Matt Kuchar, Brian Gay. He's the record holder. Length will make no difference whatsoever to you. If you're not accurate, you just won't prosper at this golf course.
Yeah. So who does prosper then with this particular course?
Jim Furyk springs to mind, twice a champion, about half a dozen times he's been in the top 4 or 5. He's in great form, and the beauty is he didn't play at Augusta last week, so he's fresh. He's getting older, he's 48, but there's no holes in his form. You've got to consider him strongly, and yeah, I like him. You got Graham McDowell, previous US Open champion. He didn't play last week, so although he didn't make my staking plan, he was very high up in it. I mean, I have gone. One of my tips is Patton Kizzeri. I think that's how we pronounce it, and he had quite an under the radar week last week at Augusta. Played really well from off the pace. Has little pieces of form here, and he's a player that knows how to win when he gets in contention. So 100 to 1, I'd encourage anyone to just have a little bet on that. English guy Luke Donald, who was world number 1, he's got the most fantastic record there. 5 times a runner-up, twice finished 3rd, never won it. I mean, he's difficult to win with. If he was a racehorse, he'd need blinds, a hood, and all blinkers and all sorts. But he's a great bet for the places. I mean, you would not go poor backing Luke Donald for a top 5 finish here, ever. So,
yeah. Well, I have to say, looking at these sort of like top 5, top 10 finishes, there's a lot of value here. So who would you put in your top 10? Obviously, we've got Dustin Johnson as the favourite there, odds of 2 with Paddy Power. And then you've got Francesco Molinari at 2.7. Who would be in your sort of like top 5, top 10 sort of players that you're looking at?
Jim Furyk would be right at the top of the list. Kevin Kisner, Luke Donald, Matthew Fitzpatrick. Quite like one from left field, a guy called Boo Weekley, won here, I think it was 07 and 08. He's been right out of form, but he played well his last main start on the PGA Tour and then played on the Web.com Tour. Yeah, I like players coming back to their previous successes and, they feel at home. Who else would we go for? Can't remember my notes now, Natalie.
That's all right. I think you've given us plenty, to be honest with you. Whale Capper, there also says a great look on Furyk here as well. And just for him to finish, I think you've sold me on this one. Just for him to finish on, double check that's the was the odds there, is 4.33 to finish in the top 10. That seems,
that's a good bet.
That is an awesome bet. That is the one I'm taking. What is your banker bet, your nap, your favourite bet that if our viewers were just going to take one bet, what would it be?
Jim Furyk each way, or top 10.
There you go.
He looks to have everything in place, and you could have him win and top 10. You could have him each way, but like you say, the top 10 is a banker for Jim Furyk. He would be my number 1 pick this week.
Yeah. There you go, and good call, Whale Kappa. Whale Kappa comes on, and he when we do the Grand Slams of tennis, and he comes on, and he is obviously a man of many sports. He was talking about NBA. He's like, well, actually, no, I didn't know NBA, golf, obviously tennis. Yeah, a man of many sports.